Hi, my name is Anna Eklund and I'll present my PhD thesis, which I call On the Other Side of the Fence. This thesis is dealing with large carnivore conservation in Sweden, where recovering populations of large carnivores rely entirely on multi-use landscapes, in which they sometimes encounter domestic animals such as livestock and dogs. If they attack and kill these animals, it can have severe implications for the animal owners, with increasing levels of worry. There are various interventions available that are intended to reduce the risk of attacks, as well as reducing levels of worry amongst animal owners. However, these interventions can only ever be effective if someone is using them. And for animal owners to use interventions, they have to think that they are relevant. So they have to be functional. Although scientific evidence is very limited for the effectiveness of these interventions today. However, the animal owners must at least believe that they are effective in order to accept using them. The interventions must also be feasible to implement, and they can't have too big implications for the animal owner's everyday life, for other people, or for the domestic animals. And if they do have implications, then the animal owners must be able to cope with these in order to use the interventions. Finally, the interventions must also be congruent with what animal owners think is right and wrong to do. Otherwise, if animal owners are presented with interventions that don't comply with these points, there is a risk that the interventions will increase frustration and stress rather than reduce levels of worry. So this thesis really illustrates how the user perspective and concerns are so important to consider when we plan conservation interventions, so that the interventions can benefit conservation work and life on land, as well as the health and well-being of rural societies in the future. Thank you.